Hi Adam, I'm going to show you how we send out reports here. So this is your email to me. And so the first one I'm going to do here is, let's see, I think we did vary already. I'll double check. The way I'm going to check this is because the numbers there, oh, the date build isn't there. So, okay, since the date build isn't there, we're going to do this one. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, put in the date build. Click on date build, click in today's date, done. Now we're going to hit report menu and first item, cedar chest, and you had 2 hours. Now what I usually do is before I start putting prices in is I like to look through and see how many items are that we're repairing. So we have two cedar chests, 1, 2, and then we have a 5-hour antique oak dresser and mirror. Oh my God, there's 82 freaking items here. Okay. So this here is a bed, 5 hours. We have another couple of in-homes, another shop repair, another in-home, painting, oil painting, cash settlement, cash settlement, cash settlement, cash settlement, cash settlement, cash settlement. Couldn't find the item. Cash settlement. Couldn't find the item. We have another in-home repair for 2 hours. All right, so I'm kind of getting the gist of it here. There's quite a bit of in-home repair. So I'm going to go back to that first item, just knowing that we're not fixing just one item or something. In this one time here, if there was a note I wanted to put to the adjuster, saying, say, the shipper wants to do all the repairs, I would change this word from time to note, and then I would put a note in here. And then I wouldn't, I would make sure that's part of the report. Okay, but I don't know if that's the case, but cedar chest, so we've got 2 hours. I'm kind of looking at what we're doing. I would also look at the replacement cost. That's very important of the item. And before I would put a price down. If it's a very expensive cedar chest, you go a little more. If it's a cheaper cedar chest that they're claiming a smaller replacement cost, then you have to kind of take that into account. Now, generally, these numbers that Mark's putting down, 2 hours, they generally is not going to take him 2 hours to fix it. That's just the way, he does it. But so in this case, and this is more art than science, I guess. For the cedar chest estimated charges, I'm gonna put depending on the value of it. I don't know the value, but I'm gonna put 275. This probably would only take an hour to fix in the house, and there's lots of items, so we're not covering travel time with just 1 or 2 items. That's very important. Since there's so many items. Next one, cedar chest, an hour and a half. I'm going to put $200. Next is a dresser, antique oak dresser mirror. The item has the oak frame and the mirror broken. So, that, assuming the value's there, I'm going to put 600. The bed, 5 hours, antique oak bed, 5 hours. I'll put 600 for that. Again, if it was real high replacement cost, you can go more. If the replacement cost was only, if the replacement cost was 500, then you put 400. So you're still going to get the work. You'll still make money on it. This cabinet, $50 to level it. Well, I almost never charge less than $135 for anything. So you can kind of keep that in mind. Once in a while, if something is just a minute to fix, maybe you'd go to $95, but very rarely, usually you could charge that amount. This dresser for an hour, nicks and scratches for an hour. I'd usually 185 is about what I would charge for an hour, what Mark is calling an hour, assuming there's enough items to cover the travel time. This coffee table, painted over coffee table. Coffee tables aren't always that expensive, so I'm going to put 400 on this. It could be adjusted if they're claiming 2,000 for the coffee table or something, but dresser, tall dresser, deep gouges on the door front, requires filling, blah, blah, blah. Pick up the drawer only. I'm gonna go 350 on that. Another dresser, half hour in the house, scuffs on the front, we'll go 135. Of the paintings, cash settlement. I'm going to go fast on cash settlement. I just see the word settlement and I blast by it. Cash settlement, couldn't find it. Cash settlement, couldn't find it. Antique child's bed, several scuffs and dents, head and rails, blah, blah, blah. 2 hours in home. I'll go 300 on that. Decorations, cash settlement, replaced with new runner for this console table, 2 hours. I'm gonna go just $200 on that. Cedar chest, an hour in the house. Scratch on the top edge. I'm gonna go 175. Painting, we're fixing oil painting, an hour in the house. I'm going to go 185. Figurine, cash settlement, ceramic restoration service, you got a range there, that's good. Hats, cash settlement. Now you have an hour for this metal plant stand. We'll call that 150. 160 I got. It's not an exact science, as I said. This shop repairs for an oil painting. Again, it depends on what they're claiming. I'll go 450 on it. Another painting, 6 hours. Nicks and scratches, gold leaf, blah, blah, blah. I'll go 700. Again, since there's a lot of items, you can go a little easier than if it's just 1 or 2 items. Cherry coffee table, gouges on the edges. Okay, well, when it says edges, it's not top, so we'll go 175. The movers know enough that when you say edges, it's not as expensive. Large armoire, okay, 3 hours in the shop. New lighting system would have to be installed. It's a pain in the ass. The piece may have to come back to the shop. Fixture estimate 100 to 150. Okay. So let's just call it. Let's call it $400. Table, couldn't find it. Cash settlement, couldn't find it. Cash settlement. Cash settlement. This was duplicated. Cash settlement. Cash settlement. Here we have a dining room table. Dining room table, mahogany dining room table. Those are expensive items. A chip on the corner. That sounds pretty minor. So, you can't charge 400 for it. Chip on the corner of a dining room table. If it's on the top surface of the corner, then put top surface. Make it clear that it's on the top surface. But if it's just on the chip on the corner of what? Corner of the leg, corner of the top? I don't know. If it was the corner of the leg, that's nothing. If it's the corner of the top surface, that could be a lot more. So in this case, I'm going to put $250. Figurine, we're going to fix that in the shop. I don't know what the value is, but we're going to just put 200. If you want to go through and see if the values are real high and change it, be my guest. A piano, upright gloss piano. That's an expensive item, difficult to fix, 3 hours in-house. I'm going to put $400 for that. Again, I'm sure he's probably not really going to spend 3 hours. That's duplicated. This is cash settlement. Kenmore humidifier, no visible damage. That's good. Okay. Customer cannot find. Baseball hats, wooden plaque, cash settlement, cash settlement. This is a hutch top, fairly an expensive item. If something's an expensive item, make sure it's put in there. This is like a Hendrodon. This is a very expensive piece. That's very good. It gives you credibility that you're charging what you're charging. What is the damage? Has missing molding, broken on the front. That sounds pretty good. We'll go $800 on that. I don't know what that says. Cash settlement, cash settlement, cash settlement. This is a wicker side chair. Pieces of wicker broken off. 3.5 hours in the shop. All right, we'll call it $400. Whoops. Again, $400. Item duplicated. Cash settlement, duplicated. Could not find, duplicated, duplicated. Cash settlement. This is something mirror metal stand at half an hour. We'll go 135, I guess. Outdoor fountain, cash settlement, duplicated. Second inspect living room rug. So I don't know what that means. I assume you're going to go back and inspect that at another time. I'm just leaving it blank. Oh, second inspect. I think you said there's going to be a second inspection. All right, so we go through all these second inspections. We're all done. I'm going to stop this video because it was 12 minutes long, and then we're going to do a step 2. Because I'm not sure how big a video I can send through email. Okay, so we'll stop this and start again on a new one.